Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're checking out Planet Coaster and we're back in the realistic series, but I have to be honest with you guys, I've actually had a absolute scary time. I started recording a video yesterday and all of a sudden I ran out all of my money. I was hemorrhaging money. I was basically just going completely bankrupt. It was not good. But today I spent a bit of time looking at my finances, doing the boring stuff that you guys don't want to see, and I've been, calculating prices and management and staff and running costs, entry park, kind of trying to get the most out of. That's not good. Multiple staff members have quit. Never mind, we'll get new people. But basically making sure the park can continue to run. And as you can see in the corner here, we've actually got a bit of a profit going, which is nice. We're making around $2,000 per month. But thankfully, I took that time to look at stuff. Now, what I say yesterday, I was recording a video, and that was while I was finishing off the roller coaster, which we made in our last episode. Connotation to that, if you want to check that out. It's over here. So, in our last episode, we made this roller coaster, which I honestly really love. It's great, but I've added scenery, I've fixed some of the supports and stuff, and now it just looks like an awesome ride, which I've now decided to call Orange Juice, just because it's kind of got that orange juice color scheme. Even like multiple people like yourselves even suggested it. So I've got new scenery. So as you can see, it's kind of dug in a little bit. It went underground. It now looks like it actually was meant to be that way. We've also got some splashes. So yeah, the only thing I haven't done is checked out the new rating for doing it. As you can see, we've got no ratings here. So excitement's not been measured. Fear's not been measured. Neither has nausea. So let's give it a ride here and see how we get on. Hopefully you'll get to see some of the splashes and stuff. But I really like this ride. It's really cool. And then we'll get into our next part of this video, which is going to be more building and stuff, now that we've actually got disposable income to distribute across the park, which is awesome. But man, this is a good ride. It's one of my most favorite rides I've built in a while. And that says a lot, because I really like the bobsled rides I've been doing. Alright, here we go. Oh, oh, that's cool. So we saw a water splash just there. Really nice. Oh, nice. Curve round. You guys have seen the ride already, of course. It's kind of cool. Oh. This is a good ride. I'm sorry. It is. We get another water splash there, which you kind of miss. Unless it's here. There we go. Go around again. Oh, man, this is cool. And this bit up here is a really controversial part of the ride. I think it's great. It's a bit sudden of the turn, and I do need to smooth it out a little bit. But the fact it goes over really slowly, I love. I love that whole inversion thing. So, I was planning on having a block section, but honestly, I don't actually need one. Like, none of the rides in my park are that popular that it needs a block section, at least not really. So let's have a look at the results. So we've got a 7.4, just under a 5, and under a 2, which is actually pretty impressive. So I'm going to open that up. Bam. And yeah, that looks awesome. Nice. So we'll see how that gets on. How much does it cost to ride this? $10. Nice. Alright, so yeah, I guess we'll see if that starts making any profit. I really hope so, because yeah, it was quite the investment, but nevertheless, there we go. The other thing I've considered is maybe doing marketing, getting people to go like for that specific ride. Actually, I might do that. Let's try it. Let's see how we get on. So let's go for the marketing. So marketing here. New marketing campaign. So we can do mobile phone, a television, or newspaper. So it actually tells you what kind of people you're attracting. Families and more families, but fewer teenagers. How does online video reach fewer teenagers? That makes no sense. Okay, I guess, you know what? I would like ideal for smaller parks. Cereal box, newspaper. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. That's so sad. Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 had the ability to advertise a specific ride. I guess we can't do that anymore. Alright, well, we're advertising online banners to people who have lots of money and big groups of adults, so I'm hoping that will, you know, we're gouging people at the gate quite a lot. Let me see. So it costs $75 to come in per adult, and then $32 if you're a child. So, and then we're charging people to actually come into the park. So we are charging quite a lot of money, but, you know, man needs to eat. We need to make money. So another thing I need to really concentrate on here is asking you, well, I need to ask you guys some advice, honestly, like a group discussion in the comment section. A lot of these early rides I put in, as you can see, have no queues. So if I click on this and I go to like the information, it doesn't really give me any intel. Where do I... Yeah, I want to go on it. I'm not paying that much when I spent that much in the park entry. But the thing is, if I put it down, it's going to lose money. So, yeah, I mean, I could put it down to $4. And then it's better than nothing. Like, it's better than it just running and not, I guess, getting any customers. But, yeah. Like, this is $3.90. Let's just put it down to $3. But this is the danger. If I start lowering prices of all my rides, I'm going to start losing money again. I'm going to put that down to $4. There we go. I'll put this down to $5. Because, I mean, I'd much rather have people on the rides, I guess. $8. There we go. The waterfall ride is insanely popular all of the time, so I guess that's fine. But yeah, this stuff here really needs... We need people on these rides, for sure. So I'll put that down to $7. There we go. I mean, I guess actually it's made $16 back, so that's not too bad. We'll put this down to $9. Yeah. Everybody is basically saying, I'm not paying that much because I paid too much to come in. It's fair. I'd be a little annoyed. But this is the other thing as well. This chairlift was the worst purchase decision ever. If I look here at the... It lost me $20,000 to basically build this and run it. It's basically just the... It's terrible. Like, it's not making any money. So I'm going to put it down to $1. Only cost $1 to go on, guys. Hopefully, if I charge only $1, maybe... people will be tempted. Let's just hope we can get people to go on it. Okay, so putting the price down seems to have worked here. So I've put the price to go down $2, and I've put the price down to 50 cents to go up it. And now, obviously, we seem to get the occasional person going on it here. Where's the queue? So, I mean, that's better than nothing. But it's still, obviously, not going to be making much money. So, yes, I'm hoping, eventually, over time, maybe? But it's not looking good for the chairlift, guys. It's not looking good for the chairlift. Alright, so I've actually sat here a little bit and kind of analysed a bit more of the sales and tickets and things. That advertising seems to have worked. As you can see, if I zoom into the corner, I've now got close to $50,000, which is pretty good. And that's basically... also, I should say, I've started to see queues forming again, which is lovely. So lowering the price of these rides has definitely helped quite a bit. At least people are spending money, all the money they've got. I'd much rather that than, you know, we don't get any, you know, things at all. But man, this park management, such a pain. I literally can't get staff. It's so annoying. But yeah, so like I said, it's nice now that the rides seem to be... you know, being ridden on by guests and things. So that's good. Yeah, it seems to be going quite well. And as I said, the advertising seems to have worked. So I think I'm going to invest again in some advertising. So let's have a look at what we can do here. Marketing. So actually, you know what? I'm going to leave this. This is 25% of the way through. We'll come back to it. People are leaving and coming in. That's the thing I need to remember. It's not just, you know, once people are there. But like these people leaving, they've got $1 left. You know, they spent $129 on park entry, $90 on rides, $23 on drinks, $30 on gifts, $30 on food, and $150 on other. So presumably that's using the toilet or something. But yeah, they brought $300 with them and they've left with nothing. And now somebody else can come in with $300 and give me all of that. So... yeah, this has been... losing all my money was the best thing to ever happen because now I'm actually, you know, getting what I want, which is rich. We are making a lot of money now just by sitting and thinking about it a little bit. So that's good. Right, I'm going to lower this to like $5 there. And basically, it will encourage people that don't have much money to go on the other rides. Because I think once people get to like $20 in their pocket, they're very selective on what they go on. So that's good. Anyway, now we've got $55,000 to build something. So let's go and build it. We just got like an achievement to say we've hit gold in the series. We never got bronze because I haven't done a fireworks show. Maybe I should do a fireworks show. But yeah, we got the gold thing, which was Park Cash, Guests in Park. There you go. Okay, actually, before I do that, I'm just, as you saw, trying to sort through some of these guests' complaints. And one of them is that this queue is far too short. So, I think a lot of you said this beforehand. But what I'm going to do here is connect that up over here. Get rid of this. There we go. And then connect the queue a little bit further on. So, just kind of let it go back on itself a little bit. So, let's do that. Yes, I know I just ruined the entire queue, but, hey, nice. And there's like 1 million people here. So, oops. Well, I'm hoping now with the new queue, it should be a lot better. Okay, I don't actually mean for this video to be entirely about business, but I'm now at $69,000. We're about to hit $70,000. This is the most profitable park I've ever made. I'm a genius. So I'm very excited now to build what I need to build. So let's get into it properly this time. I'm not going to get distracted anymore. I'm going to pause it. No more can happen, just building. Okay, so what I'm thinking is to build a wooden coaster. I actually haven't done one yet in this park, and it is like, I love wooden coasters. They're not nice to ride, but they look the most awesome, I think. They're very classic. Obviously, I've got the bobsled, but that's kind of its own category. So I'd really like, now that I've got a few modern coasters like this one, like Orange Juice over here, I'd really like to rehire this person and then start a wooden coaster, which I think will fit really nicely in this corner of the park. So I'm gonna go with this one here. I want to clear something up. A lot of people in my last video were saying to me, Ollie, why did you build all your own inverts and stuff? Why didn't you just use the templates? I don't, like, templates are fine, but like, if I'm going to build a template, I might as well just build a blueprint. And for me, a lot of the fun of this is actually crafting my own rides. Maybe I'm wrong, but for me, I think a lot of the creativity and a lot of the fun of these rides comes from actually designing the coasters, and that includes the inverts. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but yeah, I'm pretty, you know, sure that I just really like seeing everything custom, because then I know, like, you guys know that you're seeing something completely new, which I think is really cool. Right, so there we go, $1,800 for just this. Oof. And one thing I need to really pay attention to is scenery, so I'm definitely going to fill this up with as much scenery as possible in another episode, but let's just concentrate on the ride now. So we want a chain speed of at least 14 miles per hour. And I'm going to start slow. And then we are going to go up, baby. Oh, let me tell you. Luckily, wooden coasters actually have a really nice steepness to them when they're going up the chain lift, which is really handy, because they save a lot on space by not requiring too much to go up. And I want this ride, if possible, to go... I want this to be the fastest coaster. And I think if I go to park management here, my fastest coaster is 101 miles per hour. So if we can go to 110, that would be awesome. It'd be the fastest coaster in our park. But this is kind of interesting, actually. I've never really looked at this. If I zoom in, so you've got the biggest drop, fastest coaster, longest coaster, total length of all coasters, total park lifespan of guests, total park lifespan vomit, 758 liters. That's incredible. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. And man, stop quitting. I have no idea what's up with these staff. I've trained them. I've done everything I can. They just keep leaving. Here, get some training. God damn. Like, I can't cope with this. You're an expert. Keep at it. Right. Hopefully they won't leave. I've tried turning off park management for staff and stuff. This scenario, I had it turned on and to force it so I couldn't change it later. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, let's continue with the old ride here. So yeah, 101 miles an hour. We've got to be in 186 meters height. So let's actually put on the height limit here. So there we go. So if we go above 80, what does that look like? Let's see here. So that's 91 meters. What does that look like in our park? Oh my goodness. That looks insane. I mean, is it realistic? Probably not. I mean, it is, because technically you could do it. Maybe with this. It's probably not, but okay, let's just assume that this is possible and then everything is fine. Cool. All right, so we are going to obviously do some crazy stuff here. Oh, average staff happiness has declined. Why are you so unhappy? Oh, jeez. Right, so let's continue with this build. And actually, maybe this is a cool idea to start using the pond. This is going to be the best ride for our park, so that's the point here. And I'm going to try and make this as kind of smooth as possible, so... Like, I do want to go fast, but also I don't want to hurt anyone, so... there's that as well. So I'm going to try and be as gentle as possible on the backs and spines of our guests here. I think that's fair. What do you reckon, guys? Is that fair? Oh, look at that. And it would be really awesome to have like a massive splash here with some scenery. All right, let's test that. What speed do we get? Let's have a look. All right, so here we go. This is such a large coaster. It's it's kind of ridiculous, but I'm on board with it. I'm on board with it. I just want to see if we can beat our top speed here. It's a gradual... Oh, man, that's nice. I like that. Woohoo! And... Okay, so it beat our record there, but it's still not the fastest. So, okay, let's try making it a bit steeper and see how we get on with that. Okay, guys, so I've tried a couple of times here, and even with a slightly steeper thing, it's not working. So I think we're going to just have to go higher. And if I'm going to keep the same build, I'm definitely going to just have to go higher. So 100 and... There we go. I'm going to pause it here. 110. That should be fine. 90 degree. We want it kind of... Yeah, okay, I guess so. Nice. Boom. So yeah, hopefully this time it should work. I don't know. All right, so try and do it fairly steep here. Kind of don't want it all to be the same. There we go. Little touches. Boom. Right, let's see that. Let's see how fast this goes. It should be faster. Certainly a lot less wood now. It's much... okay, one of them fell off. It's a little bit concerning. Seriously, like one of the... I don't know if you guys saw that. Okay, oh, it hits 101 miles an hour. Right, let me start again. It might be because one of them fell off. Like there, I don't know if you saw it, but... Okay, let's try this now. The added weight, I don't know if it has a point to it, but... Let's see. Down you go. Hey, 102 miles an hour. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, there you go. We hit... This is technically the fastest coaster in our park. I can't decide whether I want to keep it up. I kind of like the... Maybe this isn't going to be the fastest because it's wooden, but maybe it's the tallest. You know? It is technically the fastest, but maybe this is a temporary thing. Right. And now we need to slowly just not crush anyone's skull by doing this. So let's try and see how this goes. Alright, there we go. Alright, so it's done. It is complete, and I'm excited to test this out, see how we get on. I've not added the scenery yet, but you can imagine we'll definitely get to that a little bit later. But I quite like this. It's definitely very imposing, but you can see it when you come in. Like the first thing you see here in the background kind of actually fits perfectly. Obviously, on that side, it's pretty cool. I like it. It gives plenty of space to stuff like to build up to it and further on. It doesn't take up a lot of room despite looking really freaking imposing. So, yeah, it's a pretty simple ride, honestly. So, it's pretty simple, straight up, down, hopefully reach a new top speed for our park and also be the tallest coaster in the park. Up here, and then it's a case of, wait a second. That's a strange... I don't remember doing that. This is slightly... I mean, it's curving the wrong way. Can you see that? Hang on. So that can be... Wait, so angle snap 90. There we go. Yeah, that doesn't need to be... That's kind of a weird thing. If anything, it can be slightly... there we go. Wait. Yeah, I don't know why it's tilting that way. That seems really odd. So you go up here, down, whoosh, and then slight little curve around underneath, which is pretty cool. This is way... This seems like really too much. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm just going to reduce it a little bit for now. that is clearly too much. Hang on. There we go. I don't want to be... I don't want you to be upside down, which is basically what we've got here. So you go around again with the... God, it's really hard to judge actually, because like, until you are close to the tracks, I guess it's kind of hard to tell. There we go. That's less drastic. There we go. That's better. And then you go through the tower down here, at which point you do this turn pretty quickly, honestly. So this one, if anything, probably needs to actually be curved quite a lot. And if anything... no. You know what? We're going to leave that. We're just going to tilt it a lot more. Because we're going to go... We'll do some fancy stuff with that. Little up. Little brake up. I'm just kind of basically slowing down the ride a little bit at this point. And then we'll turn that. Oh, I can't turn that because that's brakes, brakes, and in. Okay, so let's test this out and see how we get on. I, again, as always, have no idea how this is going to perform. I'm hoping it's good. We did some preliminary tests as we were building it, but I have no idea on what the actual results are going to be. So I know that it's going to hit, if nothing's changed, 102 miles an hour. I know the biggest drop is going to be around 100 meters. So it breaks 2 records in our park, which is great. It's all down to the excitement and the fear and the nausea. As long as that's good, we can get people on the ride and make money. And actually, I'm interested to see how much this whole thing costs. All right, here we go. Live data. Oh, oh, that's loud. Oh, ooh. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Wow. That felt really fast until we got there. Oh. Okay, this is better. Oh. Okay. It's looking good. Alright. Slow down a little bit. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Okay, I was actually watching it the whole time there. Okay, alright, so the results are 6.27, a 4.5, or 4.5-ish, and a 1. That's actually pretty good. Considering the results here are 102, average speed's 40 miles an hour, the biggest drop is 101 meters. I'd say mission accomplished, so we can improve that, but for now, that's pretty awesome.